Hi, Clayton. This is Peter. I have a question for you about using our HELOC. I know that you recommend using one, and I have a HELOC and for up to $200,000 against my house. But my question is, how much of it would you recommend using, and how quickly would you recommend paying back that HELOC? I know that it's kind of sensitive because you're using a HELOC against your primary residence, at least in my case. So I wanted to ask for your recommendation. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Peter. So again, I've written a whole book on this subject. I would encourage you to go to Amazon and buy it. I think it's $4.99. So for the price of a cup of coffee. It's called How to Pay Off Your Mortgage in 5 Years. There's a lot of imitators out there that try to copy us. Don't pay attention to those guys. Pay attention to the blue cover book. That's the most up-to-date edition of our book. And we talk about that specifically in the book, how to use this home equity line of credit to both pay off your primary mortgage, but also leverage and buy rental real estate. So I encourage you to go and check that book out on Amazon. However, let me say this about HELOCs, that again, it's your credit utilization rate, which is incredible. We've talked about this on previous episodes, but if you've got a home equity line of credit, and you go beyond 30% of the balance of that. So let's say you have a $100,000 balance or credit line. You start with zero, right? They extend to you this home equity line of credit. You get a zero balance when you start. And then you run it up to $30,000 limit. Well, now you're at that $30,000, 30% threshold. And beyond that is when you're now exceeding the credit utilization rate that banks don't like. So if you're going to think about getting a mortgage or buying something else, they're going to say, oh, your HELOC balance is a little high. If it goes beyond that 30% threshold, then it can affect your credit score negatively, et cetera. So try to keep it below that. But the way that I love using a home equity line of credit, again, I run this down in the book, is I use it as like a credit card, and I'm constantly running purchases through it and buying rental real estate with it, and I'm paying down my primary mortgage with it. I'm doing these things simultaneously. So my home equity line of credit becomes like a well-oiled machine. The thing that I actually used my home equity line of credit for was to set it as an auto payment to pay down my primary balance of my main mortgage. Now, the way that this works is it's basically like a checking account. And some bankers don't even know you can do this. We actually had to educate the bank about this, and they called us back like, yeah, you actually can do that. So what we would do is I would set up my home equity line of credit as a direct deposit from my work when I had a W-2 job. So every time I got paid from my employment, it went right into that HELOC account. So let's say I had a $30,000 balance, right? Because I've been using it to buy real estate. Well, then I got paid the $3,000 that week from my job. And now guess what? It went directly to the balance on that home equity line of credit. And it went down to $27,000, right? Now that's the balance. And then I got paid next week again, $3,000. And then it went down to, drops another $3,000. And then it gets back down to zero, right? All from my direct deposit from my job. Now I'm buying groceries using this account. I'm doing other things as well. And then the balance in my checking account every month, instead of it just sitting there in a random checking account, it's actually being used to increase my equity position. So again, we cover all of this in the book. I know it sounds a little technical, but don't be scared of the home equity line of credit. Use it, buy real estate with it, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with it, but I love the home equity line of credit. So thank you for that question. That's a great way to explode your wealth, especially if you're sitting on equity in your primary mortgage and your primary house. You cannot eat that equity. So put that equity to work, guys. Put it to work. It's money from a bank. If they're going to give you that leverage, then use it and use it to build up your net worth, okay, and buying cash flowing rental properties. Thank you for that question. If you have any questions related to financing, real estate, taxes, motivation, financial freedom, it all doesn't matter. You can go to our website at morrisinvest.com. Click on the little microphone icon and leave us a voicemail message. And of course, while you're there, we have tons of great resources on our website. You can book a call with our team for free if you're ready to actually buy a full service rental piece of real estate. That's what our team does. Build brand new construction from the ground up, working with our property management teams, placing a great tenant in the property and cash flowing as part of your rental portfolio. So that's what we do, but we have tons of great blog resources and all sorts of other things on our website. So MORRIS invest.com is the place to go. And we will see you next time, everyone. Take care.